Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. So, finally, alright, so, man, how many guides have I made for the last couple of days for Brown Dust 2? There's so much things happening, but in this particular video, we focus on the main thing, alright? So this is for the regular players, alright, for those of you who are not aware. We're gonna be talking about the Powder of Hope shop. Alright, so now, if you guys are not aware with how Brown Dust 2 works, some of you guys might be new. As you can see, we got one more monthly selector, or like the anniversary selective costume enhancement. Now these things, usually you only get one per month, you can see, right, monthly limit. But this one we'll be getting two. They are going to give you one more during the anniversary. Now again, a lot of people are not aware how these things work. This one only works for regular characters. Now what do I mean by regular characters? That means if a character is limited, you cannot use this on them. So for example, like right now we have limited characters like Bunny Celia, we got Bunny Loen, we also got what's the other one? Eclipse as well, and of course the limited is going to be Bunny Darien as well, right? Darien is going to be a new batch of Bunny limited costumes. So those costumes, once they go away, you cannot use this thing to basically increase their skill level or their costume level, right? To +5 them. You cannot do that. This one, however, works on Helena. Alright, Bunny, Helena, any of the standard banner characters, they will be here, and then you can power them up right here. You can see Helena is right there, but not Darien and the rest, right? So what you can also do is, if you want to, you can basically power some of the characters up that's currently available. I think Latel is right there as well. To get back the tickets, you can also do that, right? So keep that in mind. So make sure you guys use that to your knowledge. So with that, let's talk about the Golden Thread, the Powder of Hope, and also this particular Mirror Wars shop that's happening right now. So let's first talk about this particular one. Codename Scheherazade. Should you get this particular one? If you haven't already +5 that, you should absolutely try to get this particular costume. So if you care about getting this particular costume or like water DPS character as a whole, codename as Scheherazade is going to be one of the more crucial one. So the thing is, right now, for water DPS, so let me just go out and we're just going to look into this, right? Companion. So if you go to the water, right? If you're looking for magic specifically, it is going to be tied between 3 characters actually, right? I was thinking of 2 characters, but 3 characters. Scheherazade, Roxy, and Yumi. Now unfortunately, both Roxy and Yumi, those are like literally collab characters. You cannot get them anymore. So Scheherazade is pretty much still going to be the crucial one, I would say, right? If you care about getting DPS for the water magic. Now physical, we have someone like Darien. We also have somebody like Sylvia, right? But for magic, Scheherazade is still going to be the core member right there. I would say Scheherazade has been a pretty strong character overall. I would say if you are trying to do a bunch of things, I use her a bunch in Magic Team. She's going to be very useful, and also all her costume is going to give you the ability to remove buffs. Alright, now this makes her one of the better characters in PvP, especially if you care about that. It is going to be able to remove taunt from the enemy. Now in PvP, taunt is very strong because it distracts the enemy to basically focus on your character specifically, right? So that is going to be what you want to focus on specifically. Now, out of all the Scheherazade costume, this one, the codename S, is going to be the one that does the most damage. Alright, you can see right here in this particular tile range, this is boosted by a bunch. So this is going to be something that you want to pay attention to, and if possible, you want to see if you can basically try to +5 this. In most cases, you want to rotate between the others, and then this one is going to go last once you have obtained all the buffs, because this is going to be her strongest damage dealing costume. So definitely this is going to be worth it. I'm not sure who is coming next, but obviously, you know, codename as Scheherazade, I can vouch for her. So for a if you guys haven't +5 her, definitely it's going to be a good choice overall. Now, is she the most meta or most broken character? Not really, but I do think that she's going to be one of the better ones to have, especially if you're trying to tackle a lot of the end game content, right? So let's look at this particular one, Loen. Alright, so again, pretty straightforward. Right now, we got Bunny Loen right there. If you are intending to get Bunny Loen, you should also get this particular costume. Now, this Loen costume is going to be very crucial in terms of buffing her entire team, right? This one gives you the magic attack increase. You can see right here, 80% increased magic attack. So this is not going to be something that you use for damage. You're just using this to buff yourself, set up for the Bunny Loen to go in afterwards, right? So you basically use this, and then you go with this one, all right, the last night Loen, and then you go with the Bunny Loen afterwards to basically do a bunch of damage, right? So this is going to be her setup costume. You want to basically try to obtain this so that her other two costumes is going to do more damage. I would say it's quite important and quite crucial as well. Loen is going to be the strongest fire magic type right now, alongside with Livia. But Livia is more going to be the amplifier, whereas Loen is going to be doing the most damage. You can watch my latest, video for the guild rates as well. Now, Powder of Hope, you can see right now, these are all very, very strong, very prominent characters, right? First up, we got the Cursed Celia, all right? Again, one of her best costume, right? Definitely, if you got Bunny Celia, you want to get the Cursed Celia. Livia, also one of the best costume in the game for amplification. She does a lot of things. Man, this is a tough choice, right? You got Celia, you got Livia, you also got Helena. This is going to be, this is her less important costume in my opinion. This one is going to be much more important in most cases, but you ideally need both if you're looking to tackle either guild raids or even Fiend Hunter content, right? You need both to be able to get back the SP and cycle between these two. So both are going to be very crucial, very important. And last but not least, new higher Nebri. You can see right here, this is going to be the one that, you want to get one copy of this so that you are able to basically use her in the interaction, right? Also, one thing to note, this is going to be her strongest costume as well. It is going to do a bunch of damage. I do highly recommend you guys to obtain this particular one, right? If it's possible, this is going to be one of the better ones. So this one is going to be a tough choice. This is a very tough choice for Powder of Hope, right? If you're looking to pick one, let's say if you don't have any of this, right? First of all, you are not going to go wrong with either of these. I don't think there's like a priority in terms of who I think is better, but I can say this for certain, right? If I'm looking for the perspective of an endgame player, somebody that's going to use this, I want to pick a character that I can use in most Fiend Hunter or guild raids, I will go with top Idol Helena. I will definitely use her. Now granted, she's strong in Magic Team. Now if you don't plan to build Magic Team, you are just you plan to go all in physical. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, I do think that Helena is going to be the strongest. Like if you're an endgame player, you need to have a Magic Team, right? You need to have a physical team and a Magic Team. You just cannot neglect one of it, right? If you are a beginner, sure, you can maybe neglect one and focus on one for now, right? Because if you only care about tackling the campaign and stuff, I get it. But Helena is probably going to be the most used out of all of these. Livia, I do use her most of the time in Magic Team, but it depends, right? So Livia and Celia, I would say, is interchangeable. Sometimes I want to go with Chain, sometimes I want to go with Amplification. So it depends on the situation, it depends on the boss, it depends on the mechanics, but Helena is always going to be there. She's always pretty much going to be there fixed. Nebri, I think she's going to be one of the core member of Win Physical, right? I can't stress her out enough. She's probably going to be, she used to be one of the strongest one, but now we got Tear. Tear might be able to replace her if you have both costume. Tear is going to get one more bunny costume that is not limited after Elena goes away, so keep that in mind. But right now, if you are looking for the best character in the Powder of Hope, by far is going to be top Idol Helena. This is going to give you back the SP that's needed for you to cycle. Now of course, if you get her up to, like, let's say +3, right? +3 is going to reduce her to 1 SP. See if you can get her to at least +3. +3 is going to be very, very good. Now you don't really need to go all the way to +5. 6 SP is good and all, but +3 at least is going to be a very, very good stopping point. If you are at +2 right now, definitely get +3. That 1 SP that you save is going to be a pretty big deal. Also, like, I will still try to get her to +5 if you can, because in a lot tower salvation situation, that 2 SP, right? It can make a difference, man. It can actually make a difference depending on who you're trying to use, right? For example, I pair her quite a lot with an Office Michaela, right? And Office Michaela only need 2 SP to activate her skill, and it does a lot of damage. So I do think that right now, you want to consider her as well. she's going to be a, you know, right now it's going to be the priority. If you haven't plus 5 her, definitely get her. In my opinion, the second priority will go with Celia or Livia, depending. Now, I feel like Celia is less dupe dependent, right? So right now you can see she is going to be very expensive, right? Assuming you max potential liberate her, but you want to get her to at least plus 3 to get her to 4 SP, alright? So it is going to be, if you can get her to plus 3, then that's good. You don't really need to go all the way to plus 5, but Livia, I would say this is going to be the more important one, because you can see Livia at plus 1 is going to be quite cheap, right? But the problem is her amplification increases. You can see at plus 2 you go to 100%, right? At plus 3, I guess it doesn't do much anymore. Plus 4 is going to improve this vulnerability, and I would say her stopping point is going to be plus 4. Plus 5 is just going to do more damage, but plus 4 if you care about vulnerability. But in most cases, this particular costume also is very, very good. So I would say these 3 is going to be something that I recommend for new player, while Nebri is good and all, but because she's a DPS character, it might be difficult to plus 5 her. If you don't have her, you should at least get 1 copy so that you can, you know, do the interaction and stuff. But getting her to plus 5 is going to be very, very expensive. So make sure you guys are aware of that. But her stopping point is going to be plus 1. That's going to reduce her to, you know, 3 SP. And then the next one is going to be, that's pretty much it, right? So the next one, the next few points or costume gain is going to be reliance on the additional damage, right? Ideally, Helena should still be a priority. That's going to be my go-to recommendation for the current season of Powder of Hope. So yeah, that's going to be it for this particular video. Let me know what you guys think of this particular stuff. I have more guides coming soon for Brown 2. I need to make a, I believe there's two to three more guides that I need to release today. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe. Give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.